ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 9 o'clock news. Today we will be talking about our sponsor, ALSA. That stands for ALS Association. They would like us to help raise ALS awareness. Now, it's going to be a pretty sad night to talk about this disease, considering ALS is a very fatal disease. It is named that, but it is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. According to the National ALS Association, it stands for atopical lateral sclerosis. It is a progressive neurodegenerative disease that affects nerve cells in the brain and the spinal cord. Motor neurons reach from the brain to the spinal cord and from the spinal cord to the muscles throughout the body. The progressive degeneration of the motor neurons in ALS eventually leads to their death. When the motor neurons die, the ability of the brain to initiate and control muscle movement is lost. With voluntary muscle action progressively affected, the patients in later stages of the disease may become totally paralyzed. Since you may be wondering what all this means, it pretty much means that the body will slowly shut down its movements until you can't move at all. Then eventually you will die. There's not much that can be done right now. There's only one legal medication that will only prolong life for a few months. Now, if you ask me, that is nowhere even close to a cure. Now, since you heard the disease is also called Lou Gehrig's disease, because of a famous baseball player back in the late 30s. It was one of the first famous people to get the disease, so he was the reason many people know what ALS is. Lou is an example of how bad the disease can get. One game, Lou is a big, strong, well-built player nicknamed the Iron Horse. A few years later, he is almost paralyzed and hasn't touched a bat or a ball for months. There wasn't a long aging time period. It was a sudden stop. One day, he pulled himself from the lineup and retired soon after that. This is one of the best examples of how fast ALS can affect you, because Lou had played in every one of his last 2,130 games. That's right, he voluntarily pulled himself from the game because he was pulling down the team because of his weakened self from the disease. Overall, it's a really scary disease because the average life after the diagnosis is only 2 to 5 years, and the only thing that has been made is a drug that extends your life for a few months. Now, the ALSA is here to tell you that there is something you can do to help. There are easy ways, like participating in ALS Awareness Month. In the United States, March is the official ALS Awareness Month, and any help is appreciated greatly. There are also many walks and fundraising events in your area that will not only raise money, but are a fun way to raise awareness in the community. For more information, go to alsa.org, and thanks for watching.